Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today I decided to do it in this format because I was reflecting a bit about a video that I was watching. I do follow a YouTuber named Dawn Michelle. I believe her channel is Dawn Michelle Tarot, and she was talking about the tarot burnout. And I was reflecting about this because you know that tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to go on a sort of holistic retreat, to sort of get a reset for my mind, body, and soul. And also to take a bit of a fresh air, new beginning, just getting renew my vibes and everything. I believe that is very important to focus on self-care. But I was reflecting about, about the tarot burnout, and I was reflecting about how she was mentioning how this is something that I believe it happens to a lot of people, at least from listening to her. I realized that I went through it myself, even though I believe it's been 2 years and a half since I had my channel. It's not that long. Actually, my channel is pretty small. But I think that being part of the tarot readers for K-pop community, for K-pop idols, for Korean celebrities, um, I believe it's very challenging. It's very demanding from time to time, and I did notice that there's some great creators like astrologers, tarot readers, that they somehow sometimes they do disappear or they do go in a sort of hiatus. Some of them come back, some of them don't. So even though we can have our own personal circumstances and issues, and decide, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But I believe that reading for K-pop artists for me has been challenging, and it still is challenging. Um, because I think that it has to do with the K-pop scene, and what being an idol means, and what they sell, what they promote, what they show you on camera. And sometimes I think that the people that ask me questions about certain idols or certain groups, they really don't want to know the truth. They just want to ask random questions. I don't know if they want me to do like a sort of fanfic with this. They want me to feed their fantasies or sort of confirm what they believe that they already know about their artist. And this is something that it has been challenging for me because I am very honest. I had always been very honest, very ethical, respectful with my deck. It's very funny that the ten I'm shuffling and the 10 of Wands comes up as I'm talking about this. I believe it has to do with me feeling like this and me talking about having a burnout with tarot, and it has the 10 of Wands. So I think that it makes sense. It feels like this. It feels like a huge weight. It feels like you keep going, going, going. But sometimes it feels, it's not that I feel like it's pointless, but sometimes I'm like, am I really appreciated? Like, I believe that there's some people that really they want me to sell fantasies with this, and I take my role as a tarot reader and as a counselor and just as a person that I show my face here. I take it very seriously. So I don't just use this tarot deck, or I don't use what I know to. I know it's entertaining. I know we can have fun with it. But sometimes I'm like, really, this is what you want to know? When they ask me about the future wives and tell me how their girlfriend boyfriend is, tell me what they look like. There was someone that almost they wanted me to tell them where they live. So sometimes I'm like, I am I compatible, as a tarot reader, am I compatible for this community, for the K-pop community, and I don't think that many like K-pop tarot readers had actually talked about this. Actually, like maybe in Tumblr, maybe some people had written their thoughts about it. But I did see some people like going away for a while, um, because I believe it's demanding. Sometimes I do my best all the time. Actually, I do my best all the time to try to deliver the readings. To record them, to stop and do it, because this takes energy from us, and also it takes time. I do have a job, I do have clients in real life, so for me to read for certain groups, it's like, yes, I'm going to make the time, I'm going to do it. But sometimes I feel like it's not appreciated. I feel like sometimes I'm like, am I a joke? like because I feel like the respect sometimes it's not it's not there. You know, from my community, yes, because I do know them. We talk every day, so I know who my community is. But there are some people that go around different tarot readers' channels asking for a lot of things and also bringing their theories. It's like, oh, I want a tarot reader because a tarot reading about this because I think that this and this is going on. I think that so and so is dating. So for me, it's like challenging. It's like I'm trying to find the balance. I'm trying to not get burnout. But I think that when I saw the reading of her, when I saw her talking about burnout, I was like, this is how I'm feeling. I usually am very stable. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I am very stable. I'm very secure of myself and my skills and what I possess as a tarot reader and also as a communicator. And as you know, guys, I speak Spanish. Um, English is not my native language. I try my best to improve also in this to not sound repetitive with this using the same words. But I try to be creative. I try to be consistent. I try to be responsible. I'm always responsible. But sometimes there's some subjects, there's some people, there's some situations that I feel like I don't want to read for these people. I don't want to read for this because I find it like pointless. And I believe I did read certain, in a community, I did read something about certain tarot readers sharing their experiences about reading for certain K-pop idols and be like, I didn't have a good experience reading for this and this and this. And this is why, you know. For me, I have a few that I'm like, I read for them, but I don't know why I don't feel like reading for them again. I feel like I don't see much. I don't see much. And sometimes when I don't see something, there's a reason why. And I cannot be, making up scenarios or fantasies or, um, just a fanfic for you to stay tuned, for you to follow me and you be like, oh, look what Lisa said. She said this, she said this, and I'm like, no, for me, this is precious. For me, this is a tool. I am a tool as well. So I think that it's great that we acknowledge. This is why I love this woman's video, because I think that it's great to acknowledge and being able to put into words that we are human and we get burnout. And the idea is that we don't reach that level. So I think that in that we can be a community together and we can help each other out. To not make it um, that heavy on the reader, because I'm just one person. Sometimes I see the recommendations and I'm like, You know, guys, I don't have an assistant. I don't have a secretary. You know, it's just me. It's just me, the one that delivers the readings. It's the me that shows up. It's the me that goes to work. Also, you know, as a person, as a as an adult with responsibilities. But I love what I do. And with this sort of rant, I don't want, you know, I don't want pity nor sympathy. This is not for me to be like, oh, you know, guys, I feel like this. No, I don't feel like sad. I don't have regret. But sometimes when I think about burnout, I think like, am I compatible being a tarot reader, being a therapist, with being in the K-pop community? Being in here, because I'm also a fan. Like I know about K-pop, I know about K-dramas, you know, I consume them as well. Um, but when I read for them, I try to be as objective as possible, you know, and sometimes, you know, I see certain things and I'm like, you know, this is what I'm getting. And what you want me to see or what you want me to reveal, I'm not going to do it because I don't see it, or at least in the style that I read tarot. I don't read like with oracles or, you know, I read with tarot. So for me, it's symbols. For me, it's all about symbols. It's all about intuition. It's all about interpretation. So I see what I see. And once I put the deck away and I click the button to pause the reading, that's it, guys. That's what I see. Like, and that's why I'm like, why people keep sometimes pushing certain narratives to certain content creators, because I do follow some K-pop tarot readers, and I do see the same people that comes to my channel to ask me for certain shipping readings. They go to another tarot readers and they ask the same, they copy paste, you know, and I'm like, why would you do that? You know, what is the purpose in you doing that? You definitely want to burn us out. You know, you want us to get consumed, you know, and I think that in that sense, we should be respectful to each other. We should like be much more appreciated. I believe that we should be much more appreciated because we are human and we are just one person doing the readings. So sorry guys if you see me that I'm sweating. It's just that, you know, I'm in summer. But I wanted to share this sort of rant because I was watching her video and I was like, I feel it, you know, I feel it. I feel like I tried my best to come up with new ideas, with new dynamics, listening to everybody's point, trying to not leave someone's bias behind, you know, trying to get the readings. But for me, it's a huge responsibility. Like once I open the cards and once I deliver the reading, what I deliver the interpretation, for me, it's serious. For me, serious. You know, this is not me making up something. You know, this is serious. Being a tarot reader is serious. And I think that maybe, you know, we should, I don't know if as tarot readers among each other take care of each other, but I think that it's okay to talk about this. This is why I resonated so much with her video, because I believe that is important. The Page of Swords is important to talk about these things and to sometimes remind ourselves, remind everyone around us, you know, I think that I'm this close to get burned out. I'm this close to get burned out. So instead of just disappearing without letting people know how I feel, I prefer to put it into words. So people also can get a reality check that we are human, we deserve love, we deserve the respect, and that we put a lot of work, we put a lot of passion into this. And it takes a lot of our energy that we don't get back. So yeah, more love and support. So thank you guys for listening to my rant. This was all. Have a great weekend. Love you all.